Toast. That's me. You might have seen some of my videos of me rambling incoherently. I'm the guy. You may be more familiar with this dude. Uh, that's a that's kind of the thing here that I used to rambly incoherently ramble. And I'm gonna give you some life advice today that I am in no way qualified to give you. So buckle up, Buckaroo. It's gonna be a great experience.
So I'm like 20 something years old. I know the gray hair is misleading. It's natural, but trust me, it's true. I'm like 20 something. And if you're a part of the average demographic for my viewer base of all of like 5, 10 people, this information is for you. If you're younger, if you're not in that demographic, hey, it might still be a little useful to you. Who knows, you might get something, out of it. See, I like to think I've been around the block a few times, and it's a pretty scary place. I got offered crack once. There was a dog with a knife in one place. I saw a guy get mugged and his shoes taken, and Greg died. You don't know Greg, but Greg died for like a week. All right, he's fine now, but he's also a furry and really into anime, so he's probably not that fine. I'm trying to help you so that you don't inevitably end up like Greg, even though you're still gonna end up like Greg. We all end up like Greg, okay? It's inevitable. High school is a thing, and you probably think it's like the most important thing in the world that's ever gonna happen to you. And it's like the pinnacle of your life. Like, oh my God, dude, you're like the coolest guy in the world because you're captain of the football team. Like, seriously, you are like the apex predator of like the human existence.
Oh my God, he's literally the love of my life. I'm never gonna know happiness again. I can't believe he left me for that bitch Helga. She's not even that hot.
Junior's here. It's our year. We're gonna smear the queer. Yeah!
A fun fact, that I actually went to a high school that they did that chant at. That was a real thing, from experience. On a serious note, what if I told you none of it matters and none of it is important? Like, seriously. I know. In the long run of life, no one cares that you got offered a scholarship and almost went pro at like an NCAA school, but you gave it all up to go jock the register at your local 7-Eleven, because 7-Eleven cash register jockeying is your true calling in life. And whoever you dated in high school is probably not going to be the person you end up with for the rest of your life. More than likely, you're going to break up like 6 months after you graduate, maybe a year tops. Especially if you go to different schools in different cities or states. Like, it's just not gonna work out, more than likely, okay? I don't know a single person that I graduate high school with that is still dating their high school sweetheart. And those that did get married like a year or two after graduation, yeah, they're divorced now. Barbara took the kids and she's not coming back. Enjoy it while it lasts, but don't expect it to last forever. You'll move on and you'll find someone. It'll come, and that shit just happens unexpectedly. Hell, my parents knew each other for 4 days before they got married, and they're still together after like 26 years. Trust me, shit, when you know, it's just gonna come to you, okay? You might think you have all the friends in the world, and you guys are gonna be super close and best friends forever. You're not, alright? I have, I don't know, like 3 people I graduate high school with that I still keep in touch with. And we only talk like every 6 months, and it's mostly just sending memes back and forth or someone calling the other an asshole. I had a pretty close-knit group of friends when I was in school, actually, and I thought that, we'd be good friends for everything. I left for the Marine Corps like a month after graduation. I never heard from a single one of them ever again. It happened to me, it's gonna happen to you too, okay? It's a matter of life. It's gonna happen. You won't remember everyone. No one will remember you. Now don't get me wrong here, okay? You're gonna keep in touch with those like 3 really important people, but do you really think you're gonna stay like in touch with the dude that you hung out with that one time on a Saturday? You went out to the cornfield and got really drunk, and then you stumbled into Waffle House at 2 in the morning because you live in a small rural town and there's nothing to do except for go drinking in a field and Waffle House at 2 in the morning.
Probably not. You're not going to stay in touch with them. Okay, that's enough for this one. Now, college, on the other hand, is the supposed best 4 years of your life, where you're really supposed to just, kind of find yourself as a person. And I'm not gonna say it's a complete waste of fucking time and money, but it's a complete waste of fucking time and money. See, I didn't go to college. I joined the Marine Corps right out of high school. And I'm not exactly gonna say I'm in a better position than anyone I know that did go to college. Because out of like all the people I went to school with that I still have on social media, I think, I don't know, 3 of them, maybe, actually use their degrees. The rest dropped out or just do random ass jobs. And out of those 3 that actually use their degrees, one of them went to a military academy and is in the army, so he doesn't count. Now, I'm not saying that you just shouldn't go to college at all. But if you do decide to go to college, learn some marketable skills. Because no one really cares that you know interpretive dance or about your sweet bartending skills or, your vast array of Seinfeld knowledge. What they care about is, can you use Excel? Do you know how to balance a budget? Can you win the office a $50 gift card to TGI Fridays from the local bar's Seinfeld trivia night? Those are the marketable skills you need to learn. God, this is never gonna get clean. I'll tell you that much. Giving up on it. Honestly, here's some pretty decent advice I'd say about college and all that. There is absolutely nothing wrong with going to the local community college. That's general admission standard is, can you fucking read? And going there for 2 years to get your cores out of the way. Just get those basic classes that you have to get done. And then transferring to the big school, because if you just go to the big school right away, statistically, you are more than likely going to drop out, whether it be due to you have no way of time management because it's your first time on your own and you don't really know what the fuck you're doing, or you just can't afford it. So swallow your pride, stay living with mom and dad, get a part-time job, help pay for bills, I don't know, give them $100 for rent a month or something, just something so they get off your ass and, go to community college. There's no shame in it. Swallow your fucking pride. No one fucking cares that you went to community college for 2 fucking years, okay? You're actually smarter than the people that didn't do it. Now, for some reason, people like to say that if you don't go to college, you're a fucking loser and you're not gonna amount to anything in life. All I have to say to that is I own an air fryer and a Spider-Man suit, so yeah, I don't think that's the case. But if you didn't go to college for, whatever reason, financial, family, like me, I don't know, you're just too fucking stupid, then maybe look into trade schools, I mean, they're typically a fraction of the cost. I think they average $2,000 a course. They're no longer than a few months. I think an HVAC course is 4 to 6 months long. And not only do you have some of those marketable skills that I mentioned earlier, but it's pretty easy to get a fucking job doing that stuff, and you make pretty good money doing it. Dog sock. Now, you know how much that one dude that climbs up cell phone towers and stuff and just changes the light bulbs, doesn't do anything else, just the light bulbs? You know how much those guys make? $1 kajillion. You wanna know why? Because no one wants to fucking do it. Because you have to go to trade school. Alright? It's I think it's a $2,000 course and is maybe a few months. But hey, you know what? That's a pretty good trade-off for only having to work 3 days out of the year and getting paid $1 kajillion every time you have to do work. That sounds like a win-win to me. I don't know about you though. If all that fails and you feel like you have no direction or really know what you want to do when you grow up, don't worry, because no one knows what they're doing, okay? Life is fucking difficult. It is really hard. Dark Souls on crack difficult. But you know what? Your dad didn't know what he was doing when he first tried talking to your mom. Somebody who seems to have a bottomless pit of money and collects Yu-Gi-Oh cards is, well, one, he's probably a furry, and get him help for that. But he also doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. One weird guy in your apartment complex that's always asking you to dog sit for his imaginary dog once a month. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, he knows the least out of anyone. So don't worry, you're probably doing better than him. Now, if you need some visual mediums to kind of help deal with all of this stuff, I have 2 movies to recommend. The first is Clerks, It's Kevin Smith's first movie he ever did before he got weird on Twitter. I don't know what he's doing on Twitter now, but I hear he's weird. And it's about a day in the life of those people that have no direction in life, and they're just kind of going, with the motions, and that society just kind of forgot and left to the wayside. And it's written and directed by a guy who society had forgotten and left to the wayside and had no direction. It really speaks to people. If you're having relationship issues,
I'd recommend the movie Swingers. It's a Jon Favreau movie. It's one of the first ones he ever did. It's got Vince Vaughn in it too. And it's just about a dude trying to get over a breakup. That's it. And it's about the boys trying to help the boy get past the girl. Pretty solid movie. Really good bits of advice in there. Strongly recommend.
Oh, hey, you're still here. Well, if that's the case, then I guess I can give you some bits of just random tidbits of advice. First off, check out Dune. Pretty solid book. Second, you aren't entitled to shit. No one cares who you are or what you did that one time. Have some humility, swallow your pride, and learn that you aren't as important as you think you are, because you really aren't. People suck, and friends are hard to make. Trust me, I have none. But hey, they'll come with time. And internet friends are just as good as real ones. Be ashamed of doing stuff, by yourself. We have this weird stigma as a society where people can't go out and do things on their own. They're looked down on for some reason. Fuck that, dude, Go and try that new restaurant by yourself. Treat yourself to some dinner. Go see that local band that you heard was pretty good, even if no one wants to go with you. I'm gonna expose myself for a second. I saw Spider-Man by myself twice, and I had a blast, okay? There's nothing wrong with riding solo sometimes. You should be your own best friend. You should be comfortable with being by yourself. If anything, it should be seen as a fucking power move to do things alone, because it shows you don't need someone else to distract yourself from how shitty you are as a person.
Taxes are hard. I've been doing them since I was like 17, and I still don't fully understand them. But TurboTax is a thing, and it's helpful. This video isn't sponsored, but they're free, and they help give me my money that the government stole from me every year. So TurboTax is great. There's nothing wrong with buying a used car. It actually saves money. And never believe the dealer if they tell you that you have to get your car loaned through a certain financial institution. That is a lie. They are just straight trying to scam you right there. That's how you get like the 30% interest rates and the 29 APR. Did they tell you that? Just walk away. Tell them you're leaving, because that's a scam. Porn stars don't love each other, and the clitoris is actually located inside the belly button. Actually talk to the girl before you do the thing with her, just to make sure everyone is like playing the same game and they all know the same rules. Because when I didn't do that, she asked me if I wanted to be pegged, and I didn't know what it was, and I still have nightmares. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being single. In fact, I recommend taking about a year to just be single and do your own thing, because you're really going to find yourself as a person, and you really, you get to know you when you just have yourself and no one else. If you have something from your childhood that you really wanted to do, but you just couldn't for whatever reason, time, money, you were poor, whatever, and it still sounds cool to you, try it out. I mean, I've been wanting to make YouTube videos since YouTube first came out, and I didn't make my first video until I was 22. It's terrible, it's god awful, but you know what? I still went and did it, and you can do whatever you want to do too. Go to the gym. You don't have to try to get to look like Macho Man Randy Savage or anything. Hell, I don't look like him, but still just go. Because it'll make you feel good about yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. Don't be ashamed of the music you listen to, but also don't be afraid to expand your music palette. I used to be really into that mid-2010s pop punk revival that happened. Bands like Neck Deep here, The Story So Far, Knuckle Puck. Bands that basically the entire scene could be summarized by the simple question of, bro, who hurt you? Are you okay? Do you need a hug? It's all gonna be all right. But now my music is all over the place, all right? I could go from a little bit of Neck Deep to some Childish Gambino, some Johnny Cash. It could, it wildly changes. A little bit of Adele, some Taylor Swift, some ABBA's in there every now and then. Honestly, my Spotify is terrible now because of all the different types of music I have. I'm that guy, and I love being it because my music is always different, and you should always look to find new sounds to add to your little library. Trust me, music's the spice of life, and variety is great in spices. And you know, I think that's about it for advice I have to give. I usually don't have a rhyme or reason for my videos when I make them. I just feel like doing it. And it's kind of the same thing for this one, except this is all stuff I had to learn on my own, and I kind of wish someone gave me a little bit of heads up about them. So hopefully, you know, I'm helping you out by telling you what I wish I knew when I was in your position. But for now, you know, I think I'm just gonna sit here in my corner and wait for the skinwalkers to come in. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day and that you got something out of this. Hit me up on the social media stuff. You know all that for the shameless plugging. I'm just gonna say shameless plugs. Okay. All right. Love you. Bye bye.